So I'm going to let this printer print its own parts. It wouldn't be fair to print it on a better printer. So this cover here, and this is at 100 millimeters a second, is going to take 2 hours and 39 minutes. It's ridiculous. But, do a quick print. We're using this crap, which means we really need to be hotter than this thing can even print. We should be fine. We got Capricorn tube in between here and there. I've set it to 260 degrees. This stuff here, it will print black, like matte black, if you don't print it really, really hot. I just don't know if it's because it's old. 230 to 250, the bed temperature, they want it to really be high. 80 to 90. I thought it used to have a thing that said the speed on it. 80 to 90 is really, really high, but, you know, I don't know. I haven't really found anything that needed to be printed that hot. But maybe that's the way to do it with this. Ugh. So I think it's already printing like crap. Okay, so there's the outline. I would guess that that's just a skirt, maybe. Pretty sure I see some stringing going on. It looks like it's laying down perfectly fine. It's really hard to see it on here. One of these days I need to clean that brass out of this print surface. That is from a nozzle just being like totally banged into this thing, I guess. This thing just made a funky couple noises. That wasn't from me either, it got it that way. So I'm not sure if it's going to print real quick at all. Like, it probably won't. I've got, I'm going to let it go for a minute, but it's probably going to need to be restarted. I see some debris. And I'd rather start it over again. You know what I mean? Kind of a joke printing parts on this for itself, because it really would be better for me to do it on a different printer. But then what's the point of even having this thing? So I'm over here printing these on this, so I was going to do some more stuff on that. So I figured, well, let's put this one over here and let it do its thing. I think maybe the Z might need to be adjusted a little bit too. I think that's kind of part of the problem. I saw a funky first layer on one of the benchies, and then it smoothed out. But I just saw something funky moving. We'll see what it's doing. I don't know, I can't tell. I'm going to actually turn the temperature down. 248. It's like wasn't exactly the number I wanted, but good enough. Yeah, I'd say, boy, it looks like it's not working well. Where, oh where, oh where. Let's go ahead and stop this print. I wish the bed would go this way, not that way. I don't want it back there. It's like it's not even doing anything at all. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know what we got going on here. So I can lay down that. I wonder if there's a big blob on the nozzle. Find out here in a second. If I had $1 for every failed print, I would be rich. Not too much. Not too much on there. All right, so I'm gonna check the Z, and on this one here, it does the homing of the Z, and then whatever. I don't find that this particular setup works as good as the Neo with its already built-in CR Touch. Okay, so what it wants me to do now, I guess, is adjust the offset. Alright, so we went with 311. We'll click that. And then, oops. Okay. Back. Back. Control. Store setting. Trimming wizard. Let's go ahead and check that. So if you've never done this before with the professional firmware, this is how it works. So we need to adjust, raise the front right. Okay, so you look here, you see down and up, and I never can remember that. So by raising that, it's going to actually probably make that one go down. So now we'll click continue, and then it'll do its thing. These numbers here will change after it's done doing this sequence. I don't know what the reason for that is. Okay, so corners not level, adjustment required. And this thing will get you very, very good. Raise the front right. Okay, so you need to go just a little probably. And let it do its thing. I mean, this is fairly quick for the most part. See how that says red 10? Those are exactly the same number. I wonder if they're going to stay the same. Corners leveled, tolerance achieved. So you can see how that is. So we'll click continue. And then the other thing, after you do the trimming wizard, auto build the mesh. Let it redo a mesh again, okay? Because that's going to change. And it does this in a very random, weird pattern. And the last thing it does is the corners. So there are differences in these colors. It's kind of hard to see, but they are actually all slightly different shades of green. And I've got something going on the front of this printer here. I don't know if it's too much hairspray or something. And it does this pretty quickly. Actually, really impressed. This would take a long time on a lot of the other printers. A really long time. So we're already almost done. It's got 3 corners left to do. So you see that there's something going on here where those are completely different. So maybe the glass or something underneath the bed, it's tweaked. So I'm going to click save. Okay, mesh 0 saved. But now, go back up through here. Let's try to print our cover again. Yeah, hold on. So I kind of took some rubbing alcohol and rubbed the thing down a little bit, because that's what happens with the hairspray. It starts to separate, and so it looks like crap, but it won't really matter. So this thing's going to start printing pretty quickly because it's already fairly hot, and then I don't know what temperature it's going to drop to. Well, I'm just going to leave it alone. I guess it was sliced at 260, so that's probably what it'll stay at. I don't know if 260 is too hot or not. See, because usually I print at a faster speed, so 260 is fine. And below that, it starts to get funny. So, alright, so it should start any second now. There we go. And then, I don't know what you call that, the test strip or whatever. I had to rewrite the G code. We don't have anything coming out. Nothing happened. So, we're making a mess, probably. Yeah, so it's not working, so I'll go ahead and stop it. Something didn't work right. There's not even anything extruding, so alright, let me go here, click prepare. Okay, filament. Okay, just want to see if it extrudes on its own. I have no idea what it does. It says ejecting. Well, come on then. You know what happened? I can see it right here. This thing was disconnected. It's still not doing anything. Huh. I don't know. Not doing anything. Stepper motor not moving. So really not sure what's going on here because, okay, now it finally started turning. So I had to actually just go ahead and shut it off. It was not working correctly for some reason, and it wouldn't recognize. So, but that connector did come unplugged, and I guess that was probably the cause of the problem. Alright, so it looks like it's working now. I can't really get in here to see. It's definitely working. I don't know if the Z is perfect or not, but it's laying it down. Wow, look at that. It's, for some reason, it's looking really weird on the camera, but it looks really good in person. I don't know. So it's just kind of finishing up on its first couple of layers, I guess. It's looking really, really good. So it should start speeding up, I think, probably right about now. But it's not going to print like real fast. So these really look strange in the camera. I don't know. I also think maybe Z might be a little loose. But it's working really good. Everything's very consistent, so I don't really see any problems yet. I have, you know, just printed Benjis with this, so it's nice to actually like print something that's not another damn stupid boat. My kids are like, "Oh, thanks, another boat. Great, just what I wanted." I think this thing's getting ready to speed up a little bit. Looks like it's moving faster. It might be 100 millimeters. Maybe. It's funny how they put that motor out there like that. It's got some kind of funky crisscross artifacts in there. I don't know what the deal is with that. You can kind of see them. It looked like it was doing something where it was like infill for a second, but it wasn't. Well, maybe it actually was. I don't know. Maybe they had a very slight infill.